Hello, everyone. I am your host, Rachel Leroy, and this is an update to the podcast and to the platform. I like to put out a couple of these a year besides the regular podcast episodes. And in this edition, we will be talking about a new possible membership, a way that you can get a free Christian body scan meditation for taking a survey, and it's just some updates to the channel, to the podcast, to my life in terms of how it impacts the podcast and the episodes being put out and so on. So sit with me and we'll talk more about that. And just for a few minutes, talk about updates to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I have been thinking about putting out a membership. Some of you, if you're in the Facebook group or if you get the newsletter, have seen that. You might have even taken the survey. If you've taken the survey, thank you so much. About a possible membership. If there were a membership, it would be next year. And I'm following your lead. I'm seeing what is laid on my heart, what I'm able to do with my time, which is one major factor in my health, and what God's leading me to do, and what circumstances kind of create the environment for the membership or for waiting a little while on that. But I have been thinking about a membership for about 2 or 3 years now. And I have also been looking for a job to supplement what I already have. I teach and team lead at an online university, and I've been looking for some more teaching or instructional design jobs, and those online if possible because I have health issues, so it makes it difficult to work either one full-time job or to work for very much outside of the home because my health can be kind of iffy. So that allows me to work around my health to help me pay my bills and to help me to be able to work on this podcast for you guys. It's a labor of love. It's something that I felt God called me to do about 4 years ago, and it's been a major highlight of my life ever since. And so I enjoy putting out the episodes. I enjoy creating the content for the episodes and for other parts of the platform and the podcast. But this membership is something that I thought about getting the wheels rolling on late this year and into next year. And I'm still considering that, but I have gotten a new part-time job, which will increase my responsibilities. And I have to continue to monitor my health because if I work too much, my health goes So, and sometimes it'll do it even without that if outside forces act on it. And that happened later, in the late summer with the heat. It did something to my body where I stopped tolerating medications and I had vertigo for like 6 weeks. So I was functional, but not as functional as I would have liked to be. So I'm trying to recover from that. And between that and this new part-time job, it's a teaching job at a university, our local university system, but it's something online, teaching English. So that will be another commitment that I have. So with the podcast, I'll continue to put out episodes, but I said that I'd probably put out 10 episodes this year. I'll probably hold true to that. Maybe a couple of more than that if I'm able to get around to them. I'll maybe try to aim for 12, but 10 to 12 episodes. I've already got episodes 7 and 8 out and ready to go. Episode 7 just dropped yesterday. I accidentally posted 2026 as the release date, so I didn't even realize that it hadn't released last week. So I just put it out yesterday, so you can get that episode, and episode 8 will be out on September the 22nd. Episode 8 will be out on September the 22nd, and then there will be more episodes coming out later in the fall and in the coming months. So stay tuned for those. There will be at least a couple more and hopefully a few more before the end of the year. So back to the membership. If you are interested in a membership, I am looking at potentials for possibly a monthly webinar, for dropping material in the place where I'll have it for the members that will be teachings and meditations and course materials and group chats and discussions where it gets more involved and there's more help, I guess you could say, in the community than possibly in the Facebook group. There is help there, but I'll be honest, working, I'm not able always to monitor it every day. And this would be something where I'd be able to devote more time to it because it would be a source of income. And so I would be able to do that and to pay my bills at the same time. Does that make sense? And if I have a membership, my goal would be for it to be for trauma recovery with a Christian focus. So it's where faith meets science, the same kind of focus as the podcast, but there would be exclusive materials that you could get there. It would be more interactive, and there would be a lot of different media that we would have, and it would drop regularly, like at the same time every month. If it was going to be late, I would let you know and get it out very, very soon. And so if a membership is something that you're interested in, if you would like to get more involved and more in depth in your healing process, I would make sure that it was accessible and affordable, but I would also need to make sure that I'm able to make sure it's worth the time that I put in, because memberships are very time consuming. I've been doing a program where it's a monthly subscription, and I'm learning about memberships and learning about all the steps it takes to do them, and it's a lot, especially like the behind the scenes kind of stuff. So I'll let you know and keep you updated on a potential membership and what it would emphasize and what it would have, but there would be something monthly, something where you can interact, something where you can connect with people more. I was thinking of maybe doing like a lower level package where it's like, I don't know, maybe $15 a month. Don't hold me to that, where you would just have a community where you could communicate, and we would have topics, and you could reach out and for support, and you could ask questions, and we could discuss topics, and we could learn about things together. And we could support each other in prayer and in talking to one another and all that. Just a sense of community. Like, that's so powerful. And then a higher tier would include the community, but it would also include like the course material and the monthly drop of maybe some kind of supplemental video or coursework or podcast episode, something that's only in the membership. And then I would try to continue to put out the podcast episodes as well, but I would have to see, what was realistic about that. So don't hold me to that. That's just some ideas that I have with it. But if you're interested in the membership, you can take a survey, and I will link the survey and put like highlights on it so you can see where it is in the show notes. You go to the show notes of the podcast episode and you'll see a link. And in that link is a survey. If you take the survey, make sure you leave your email address at the bottom or I cannot send it to you. But I have created a free body scan Christian meditation. It helps you calm your nervous system using the power of the Holy Spirit. And it helps you scan your whole body, and it's a breathing exercise. I think it's about 20 minutes. But I'll give that to you for free if you fill out the survey and send me your email so I can send it to you. Okay? So that is free, no strings attached. If you do the survey, then I'll give you the meditation for free. So that's an incentive that will help me to see what you want and what you need. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to take the survey. And so just an investment of 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll give you this $10 meditation for free. That's all you have to do. Just go to the show notes, go to the link, fill out the questionnaire honestly, and then give me your email at the end, and I will send you the meditation within a couple of days of you doing the survey. Thank you so much. Also, you're helping me out. You're helping me to see if there is interest in a membership site. You're helping me to see if this is something that's feasible and to see what direction it could go in based on what you need, based on what God is guiding me to do, and based on what I'm able to do. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Keep in mind also that if you would like, you can join the Facebook group. There is support there. There are people interacting. People do post experiences they're going through, and people do support one another. The people in the group, I have to give them kudos for when I'm not always there. They are so wonderful at providing prayer and support and kindness and feedback to one another in the group. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you so much if you're in that group. Donating, if it would help increase the chances of me being able to create a membership to continue to put out episodes. I have not been able to get to the YouTube. It's just not been something I've been able to do, but I will if I get a chance. I just can't promise, but keep in mind the podcast episodes are also on the YouTube channel. So if you're on YouTube, you can access those there. You can also look at the backlog of entries that I have put out on YouTube in the past, and I'm hoping that I will get some more YouTube videos out sometime in the near future. So keep in mind that if you would like to donate, you can go to Patreon, a link to PayPal, and I have a link to Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi is for a one-time donation. Patreon is for monthly donation. And at PayPal, you can do either one. I will also put those in the show notes. So, like I said, new episodes will be coming out in the coming weeks, including in a couple of weeks and one that just dropped. And the new episodes will also be out later in the fall. So stay tuned. And if you'd like to take that survey, I'll put the link in the show notes and give me your email at the bottom. There's a place where it calls for that. And then I will send you that free meditation. No strings attached except take the survey, you get the free meditation. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to contact me, I'll also leave that in the show notes for ways that you can reach out. Thank you so much. Have a great day. That's an update to the podcast. And one last thing, if you would like to stay in the loop with everything, you can also join the newsletter. And there is a way to sign up for that. And I will also put that in the show notes. Have a great day and God bless you.